After a humbling 5-2 defeat at the hands of Manchester United in the Community Shield, the only way is up. We are looking to bounce back today as we kick off our 4th Premier League campaign in Leeds United, pride of Yorkshire. Hello everybody, I am Frankly FM84 and a big thank you for joining me on another episode of Leeds United, pride of Yorkshire. So, we had a bit of a humbling in yesterday's episode where we lost 5-2 to Manchester United in the Community Shield. But we're not going to dwell on that. We're moving forwards, and in today's episode we are playing against West Ham and Southampton. And firstly, we have a couple of announcements to show you. So, you may have recalled a couple of episodes back, I was talking about possible players that were going to leave the club, and we indeed have one of those players. So, the player that has left is Diego Llorente. He has joined Inter Milan for £25 million. Didn't really want to lose him. He was a player, though, who is now 31. He'd played quite a lot of games for us. The money came in. He asked, well, first we declined it. He asked then to move on. So we have let him join Inter Milan. And then we went a bit mental and spent the money straight away by signing the brilliant wonder kid that is Charles de Ketelaere. Charles de Ketelaere. This one was a bit of an impulse buy. He popped up in the scouting report. It was told that he was going to be a fantastic signing. He has already played 3 games for Bruges this season, scoring a 7.17 average rating. If you look across those average ratings across the past couple of seasons, 17 goals, 14 goals, 7.1, 7.21. This became a bit of a no-brainer. I paid a bit more than I wanted at £44.5 million, but at the age that he is, I think he could go on and be a bit of a bargain. So that is us up to date. The Manchester United game from yesterday, fresh in the memory. We need to erase that as we kick off our 4th Premier League campaign against West Ham. So let's have a look, see if de Ketelaere can get straight into the lineup. Here we go then, first Premier League squad of the season. And we are going to be lining up with Meslier in goal, Junior Firpo, a debut, and a shock debut for Wisdom Ami. We have got Konate and Singo at the back. Before we move on, let's show you Wisdom Ami. He is a player who is a wonder kid. He is a powerful centre-back now, actually, as his media description. But he's tall at 6'4". He is strong with strength of 16, jumping reach of 19, bravery of 16, heading of 13. He's a player who went out on loan last season, I believe, to Hamburg. Played 28 games, scored a 6.84 average rating. He's come back. And in the summer, he played in the European Under-21 Championships, playing 3 times and scoring an average rating of 7.25. I figured we would just give him a go, see what happens in today's episode, and blood in one of the youngsters that we have signed. The midfielders are going to be Sensi and Verratti. We've then got Rafinha on the left. De Ketelaere comes in to make his debut, and Karim Adeyemi on the right, with Benjamin Šeško leading the line as always. So, can we kick the new season off with 3 points? Let's jump in and find out. 26 minutes on the clock then, the first action of the game. Fornals tries to cross into Rafinha. He wasn't crossing it to Rafinha, obviously. He crossed it in and the ball goes to Rafinha before it works its way to Souček. He has the shot from distance and Meslier really should have caught the ball, puts it round for the corner. Let's see what happens here. It's a deep cross, dealt with well at the back post by Konate, and Fornals heads out to get it, turns back in to Diop. And the highlight just fizzles out there. Corner kick for West Ham then. It's all at our end of the pitch. Zuma was the aim at the back post. Instead it's headed away. West Ham are now going to look to pen us back in as Fornals plays the ball into RDT. Who is RDT? Not too sure who that is. But he has the shot. It's saved. Moasa with the corner kick. And Rafinha, if he can get on the ball here, there's a bit of a break on. Let's see what he can do with it. He runs a bit close to the defender and then it's brought down by Sowa. And we get a free kick. In at half time then, the score is 0-0. Not very impressive from us in the first half. All of West Ham's pressure really coming down at our end. They had a few chances from corners. They had a few crosses as well. We dealt with them quite well. We've had 5 shots, 4 of which on target ourselves, but it doesn't really seem as if we're on top of this game. So we're going to push into the second half and see if we can change that. See if we can't escape London with 3 points. Singo then moving down the right hand side, tries to play the ball in behind for Sheshko. Kurt Zuma reads that really well. And West Ham are going to look to get on the attack here as Triggeros gets the ball from a long kick. I'm not sure why it wasn't dealt with so well with the cross. And here's RDT. I said in the first half, who is RDT? It is De Thomas, whoever that is. And he has scored. They're checking it with VAR. Are we going to be 1-0 down here? We are going to be 1-0 down. This is really disappointing defending because the ball is just lumped up the pitch. It's then taken on by Triggeros. Plays it back to Sowar. Cross comes in and the defenders really are just standing there watching as he heads it into the net. 1-0 West Ham. 63 minutes on the clock then. We're going to try and make a change. I'm going to push De Cataler up front. We are going to bring Thiago Thomas on the right hand side. And I think, who can we bring into that gap in the middle? So I'm going to bring Bentancur on in place of Sheshko and push Sensi up into the attacking midfield position. See if we can't get a little bit of creativity going on. See if we can nick a goal to try and possibly get a point. But at the moment, it's looking a bit bleak. A free kick then as Junior Firpo plays it short to Bentancur. Plays it across to Verratti. Ball into Sensi. Not sure what he's trying to do there, but it hits it straight at Diop. And another big long ball here. Let's see what's going to happen. Ami deals with it to Bentancur, to Verratti. Plays it back to Canate. He then plays it forward to Thiago Thomas. Plays to Verratti. Ball over the top for Sensi. It's not that quick. Livakovic in the goal for West Ham there. Picks the ball up. And he's going to try and launch them on an attack. And again, the ball over the top to Vlasic. And he puts it over the bar. We are living dangerously. So then the first game of the season ends in a disappointing 1-0 defeat to West Ham. There's not a lot good really to say about that game. We have had quite a few shots. 15 shots, 8 on target. Really didn't trouble them though. And that is disappointing moving forward. So, new season, 2 games, 2 losses. We need to change this and quick. So let's jump forwards to the Southampton game and try and get 3 points on the board. And hopefully not be 6 points behind by the end of the first episode. Okay, so 2 disappointing results to kick off a brand new season. Surely we're going to turn that around in this game as we face off against Southampton. So a change in the lineup as we go with Meslier in goal, Firpo, Woba, Canate and Singo. Gravenberch and Phillips in the middle, with James, De Cataler, Rafinha as the attacking 3, and Sheshko up top to hopefully start getting in amongst the goals. 2 games now with no goals. It's not looking good. So hopefully those 3 can give him a service and we can get back on the score sheet and get on the board with 3 vital points. Back at Ellen Road then, and the first highlight is a throw-in for Southampton. McGinn plays the ball in and it's dealt with at the near post, put out for a corner kick. Southampton though are going to swing this one in. Let's see what comes of it. Sashusha with the corner. It's headed away by Firpo, but McGinn is going to get on the ball. He turns it back into Knight. Let's see what happens here. Ball is cut out by Singo and lumped away. But it's going to come back towards us, it looks like, as Diallo plays the ball to Anderson, to João Mario. He then plays it forward. Daniel James cuts it out, but they pinch it back. And then Daniel James with a weird tackle. But De Cataler plays it through to Sheshko. And there is the Benjamin Sheshko that we love. He's in behind, left-footed. Nice little chip over the goalkeeper. De Cataler starting to pay back some of that £44 million that we have paid. Not too sure what Daniel James is doing here. It's a tackle from behind, really, but the ball breaks through. And De Cataler with that nice left-footed curling ball into the path of Sheshko. He smashes it in for a 1-0 lead. Straight from kick-off, though, Southampton are going to look to build straight back at us as Diallo plays it to Knight. He plays it back to Anderson. Plays it out to João Mario, back to Knight. To Anderson. They're knocking it around quite nicely here, aren't they, Southampton? But Sheshko says, I'll have a bit of that. Nicks in, pinches the ball. He's going to turn back. Crosses it in. Calvin Phillips was the target. It's cleared away as far as Singo to Gravenberch to Phillips. Gravenberch with the ball over the top for Rafinha. He's in behind turns back, crosses it in, and there is Mina to put the ball into his own net. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm gutted about that. Yerry Mina toe pokes it into his own goal. Gravenberch, Phillips, back to Gravenberch, ball over the top for Rafinha, does well here, cuts back and plays it all at the same time. And in fairness, Šeško's not even going to get the ball. Yerry Mina toe pokes it in, and it's 2-0. Corner kick then, he's going to be swung in here by Calvin Phillips, plays it into the middle, and there is Woba, and Max Woba all of a sudden has unplugged the cork. It's 3-0 inside 18 minutes, and we've gone from scoring no goals in 2 games to 3 goals in 1 game in 18 first half minutes. Brilliant cross, Woba's there, unmarked, in the middle of the penalty area, 3-0. Another corner here, Rafinha is going to swing this one in, and there's Kanate on the other side with the header. It's gone from 3-0 in 18 to 4-0 in 22. We are running riot against Southampton and playing some absolutely brilliant football. Rafinha with the cross this time. Kanate gets across his man. Goalkeeper goes up, can't keep it out. 4-0. Throwing deep in our half then as Singo plays to Kanate, plays to Gravenberch. Back out wide to Singo. Takes his time about this. Kanate into Woba. Across to Firpo. Yeah, we're just biding our time now. Some lovely football. Knocking the ball around at ease. As Kanate plays it to Phillips. Plays it forward to Rafinha. He then switches the play to Daniel James superbly. James with the ball over the top for Šeško. And that's 5-0. I think the referee's going to rule this one out. But what a finish if this stands. Firstly, the ball from Rafinha to James is something, and then the ball from James to Šeško, something else. And yes, unfortunately, the goal is disallowed. My instinct was right. But watch as he controls it, chips it over the top. That's close. And on the volley, first time, smashes it in. Sadly, it's offside. Throw in here as Singo plays it to Cataler, gets the ball taken off him, but he ends up back with it, crosses it in. Rafinha to Junior Firpo, and this time, this one counts. 5-0, 35 minutes. We are running riot. This is a welcome home to Ellen Road, as we are really taking advantage of the fact we're playing at home. De Cataler involved again. Rafinha lays it into the path of Firpo. He toe pokes it past the goalkeeper. It's 5-0. We are in at the break then, and it is 5-0. After 2 disappointing games, finally, we are putting it all together, and we have absolutely smashed Southampton in the first half of this game. 5-0. Nothing really to say. We're just going to carry on into the second half and hopefully continue to steamroller them. Might give a rest to a few players. Rafinha, maybe. Yeah, I think Rafinha is the one who's looking most likely to be coming off. But it don't matter at the moment. We're 5-0 up. I could probably replace him with my backup goalkeeper and we'd still win the game. Not going to do that, obviously. But we're going to jump into the second half and see exactly what does happen. Free kick then as Kanate plays it to Gravenberch. Phillips is out to Daniel James. He's going to run at his man. Takes it all the way down to the corner flag. Crosses it in. And there is Benjamin Šeško to give us a 6-0 lead after 47 minutes. We are ruthless today. Absolutely ruthless. Ripping these apart. So the ball out to James is a good one. He then runs straight at his man. Gets all the way in towards the corner flag and then pulls the ball back. Šeško outjumps the defender. Heads it in. 6-0. So only 49 minutes on the clock. I am going to make that move straight away. I'm going to bring Thiago Thomas on in place of Rafinha. Both of my centre-backs have scored, but Max Woba is probably the healthier of the two. So we're going to give another game to Lufc and Bete and bring him on in place of Ibrahima Kanate. And hopefully we'll just cruise to these 3 points. A throw in then on the right-hand side as Singo finds Thiago Thomas. Plays to Phillips. Ball over the top to Thomas. Into the path of Šeško. And this time it's put out for a corner kick. Let's see what happened here. As we've scored from 2 corners already. Firpo swings it in. There's the header out the front post from Mbete. And the goalkeeper, Karius, is the one to catch the ball this time. And a rare attack here for Southampton as they play the ball forwards. McGinn tried to get on the ball. It says he come out second best. But we play it away as Šeško now into Daniel James. De Cataler is involved. He's going to hold the ball up. Plays it out to Firpo. Gravenberch plays it back to Woba. Gravenberch again involved. Firpo to Cataler. Simple ball to James. This is simple football at its best. Sheshko has the shot. Oh, that's a crazy goal. That's an absolutely crazy goal. So Sheshko's had the shot from distance. He gets a deflection, goes miles up in the air, and then it's a foot race between Sheshko and the goalkeeper, which only Sheshko is going to win. So the initial block there lumps it up in the air. Sheshko's got to the ball. Don't know why the goalkeeper doesn't go with his hands. Sheshko smashes it in for a 7-0 lead. 70 minutes on the clock then, and we are going to make the final substitution of the game. Sheshko has been involved all over the park. We're going to give him a little rest as we bring on Karim Adeyemi to finish the game. Bit of defending to do before the end of the game here. Southampton almost get themselves back into it. A free kick comes in, a header goes wide. It's out for a goal kick. There we go then, finally piecing it all together. All the jigsaw comes together to complete the bigger picture, and we end up winning 7-0 in a fantastic performance where we've only had 8 shots on target. We've scored 7 goals. We have played some brilliant football. And that is the best way to end the episode that I can think of. We are now on the board. Our goal difference has been boosted, and we are certainly going to be looking up as we move on to the next game. So let's jump to the home screen, have a little look at the schedule and show you where we can come back. Okay then, so 3 points on the board from the 2 games in the episode. That leaves us sat in 6th place in the table. We are 3 points behind Liverpool, Aston Villa, who are both on 6. We are just a point behind Arsenal, Newcastle and West Ham. Man City, they'll have a game in hand. They are on 3 points. But it means that we are not starting the season with back-to-back losses, and we had that emphatic 7-0 win. Let's have a little look at the schedule then, see where we can push forwards to. So the run of games coming up are Villa, Everton, Fulham, unknown Carabao Cup 3rd round, Manchester City and Tottenham. So that there seems to be the natural place to come back. We are probably going to have to skip transfer deadline day this time around because I don't think we will have any money unless there's big offers for fringe players again, but I doubt it. I think we moved on all of the players that are probably going to be out of the door. So Man City and Tottenham will be in tomorrow's video. There we go then. Season 4 Premier League campaign is up and running. 1 defeat to West Ham in a disappointing performance before absolutely smashing Southampton all over the park. 7 goals from 8 shots on target and even a bit of help from Yerry Mina along the way. So tomorrow we're going to be facing off against Manchester City and Tottenham as we look to defend our Premier League. 3 points out of the first 6 is not too bad. So if you're at this point of the video and you're still watching, you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel out. I appreciate everybody who does that. The journey so far has been brilliant, and it's all been possible by the support that I get from the channel. But for this episode, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll catch you tomorrow on another episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire.